December is the month for new opportunity, change, planning, and obviously getting ready for the new year. Are you ready for 2024? Hello, lovelies. Welcome to EtherSpirit. I am the Venusian Priestess. Today, I am so excited to get into this reading for 2024. It is also about the prep and the preparation for December to make sure that we are on the right track for 2024. I'm just going to pull and channel for the collective. This is not a pick a card. This is the really important part for 2024. This is the point, like, if you are not excited, if you're not ready for 2024, if you're just having your head in the clouds, which I feel like is a big energy that's happening collectively for a lot of people, if you just have your mind and you are directionless and you're aimless and you're expecting more out of 2024, how can you expect more from 2024 when you are on the same mental plane that you were previously? I already went ahead and pulled a oracle card because this is something that I just wanted to get out of the way. I wanted to make sure that I had the correct meaning. And this was for the collective for December of 2023. So let's see. We have meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. So this, I feel, is the big energy of like, hey, like, we have our head in the clouds. Like, we have so much of our mind just going and going and going, and kind of like in this astral plane, like in this more like spiritual, or more in this dimension of like, okay, like mentally we are doing what we need to do or what we feel like we're supposed to do, but we're not doing it with intention. I feel like a lot of like the collective has this kind of cloud over their head, or it's like this almost, it's like an energy that's crowding, and it could be like your crown chakra that's getting crowded with all of this energy and all of this information. And I feel like a lot of people just need to pick up a book and journal. I feel like collectively that is like a big message of like, if you have all of this going on mentally, how are you expecting yourself to be able to operate in the direction that you need to go in? How are you expecting yourself to have the slate, or how are you expecting yourself to be able to move in the direction that you need to go in if you're constantly focusing on so many different tasks, and it's like tangled wires, or it's like all these different like jumbled up like if you ever have like wired headphones and you leave your headphones in a bag and it's just all coiled up and you can't listen to your music, that's basically what it is. It's like collectively we are trying to listen to our music, but our earbuds are so tangled and tied up. It's like there's knots, there's just everything everywhere. And I feel like as a collective, the first step that needs to happen in order to make sure that you are prepared for December in 2024, we need to make sure that we are getting everything that's mentally holding us back, or like mentally is causing us some sort of strain, or mentally that is not allowing us to be in the position that we need to be in to get it out on paper. We need to make sure that we are getting everything that is occupying our mind space, occupying literally anything that is just kind of everywhere, and get it down on paper, or get it down in a place that we are able to look back on it and be like, okay, this is what I'm thinking about. This is my goal. This is what I, was stressed about, or this is what I was anxious about. It's like, we need to make sure that we are getting that out of our minds, because when it's in our minds, it's just like, it's in this continuous loop. And it's like, we want to do something about it, but we don't have the time, we don't have the space, and we don't have the capacity to do so, because it's all jumbled up in our mind and it's not concrete. It's just something that kind of comes and it passes and it goes by. And it's just something that we may be procrastinating on, or whatever the feeling is. It's like, we just need to get this out of our mind. I feel like a lot of clarity is going to happen as well when we get this out, but also when we're meditating and we're getting into this introspective energy. What do you want to bring into 2024 that you had going on in 2023? If you want to leave more than you're taking into 2024, then it's definitely time to figure out what was happening in 2024 or 2023, that led you to this path of feeling like, okay, you know what? I don't feel like I'm liking my time here. I don't like this energy that I'm in. I don't like it at all. I need to change. And why didn't you change? Because it's not just like getting very arduous and like being very difficult and like having, this beating yourself up mentality, but it's like, why didn't you change? Like, why did you not have that experience that you wanted to have? Or why did you not allow, such and such to talk you out of something because they were saying that it was too big for you? Or like, why were you letting fear, or like, why were you letting anxiety, or whatever it is that held you back, or finances, or whatever it is, why were you letting that
hold you back in 2023 and not be able to experience what you set out to in the beginning of the year? How can we change that in this 2024 year? In December, this is the point where we want to just think about these things, and we want to get very connected to the divine. We have this new moon Pisces energy here. So this is definitely talking about like spiritually getting in alignment and listening to your guides. Something that was coming out when I was, doing my pre-planning and I was doing this like channeling for this message is like, this is going to be a year of hard healing. If you're not open and listening to spirit or yourself, it's going to be really easy for you to get knocked off your horse. And I'm not saying that you're going to get, you're going to stay knocked off of this horse, but it's like, if you are not listening to yourself, if you are not listening to your inner guidance, if you are listening to, whoever is outside of you and not your intuition, this is not the year for that. Spirit is going to knock you down because they want you to listen. They need you to be in this alignment, because I feel like a lot of you are bringing in a lot of like spiritual things or things from the spiritual side into reality. You guys could be working with things that are, more associated with like creativity or things that you're getting like a lot of downloads about. And even if it isn't something that's like, like you're doing, your tarot, or you're doing like, you're channeling and you're using like God or whatever it is. Even if you're not doing that, I feel like you guys are going to get a lot of downloads. And whoever is finding this message, I feel like you guys are going to get a lot of like messages from spirit. And it's like, if you're not listening to those and you're letting like a reasoning mind talk you out of something that's good for you, or you're allowing, Sally from down the block to tell you, oh my gosh, that's not a good idea. I tried that 10 years ago and it never worked. If you're allowing that to happen, you are not listening to what is being divinely guided for you. This is your journey. December is the month for you to plan what is good for you, not what's good for your sister, what's not good for your mom, what's not good for your dad, your brother, your dog, your fish, whatever it is. What's not good for them. It's what's good for you. And you need to make sure that you are listening to spirit with this. There was a mantra, and it's saying basically surrender to the divine. Now, I may mispronounce this. I did my best, but it basically is Om Namo Narani. And I feel like a lot of people need to practice that or put that into practice of like, if this is not something that you can change immediately, and this is something that's stressing you out in your mind, you need to let that go to the divine, because it is not your position. It's not your job to make sure that, things are going 100% right, or it's not your identity, or it's not a part of you to control things. That is guided by spirit. And I feel like that's also why you need to make sure that you are meditating and doing this introspection of like, if it's something that you cannot directly control, or if it's not something that, you know the outcome of, or like anything like that, you need to surrender that to the divine, because that is not your responsibility. But it's definitely like making sure this energy that is mentally, if you feel like you're blocked, or it's like you feel like you're just going through the motions and just getting through the day, it's like spirit is basically like, you need to first of all get that out on paper, or journal that out, talk it out, like whatever you need to do, you need to get that out. And also in a way that you are able to come back to it, because I feel like a lot of those messages, or a lot of the things that are on your mind, may come back, and they may come back in a very unexpected way back into your reality. But you need to get that out first of all. And then second of all, it's like you need to have this relationship, or you need to start cultivating a relationship with the divine, or within yourself, because the divine is within you. You need to have that energy within you that is aligned to source and aligned to spirit, and you need to listen to it. It almost reminds me of like the Four of Cups is like refusing to have spirit's intuition, or like have spirit's messages come towards you. And if it's like you're not listening to it, then what is the point of this messaging, or like what is the point of having all these opportunities be put in place for you? It's like there's so much that could be happening, but you're not listening. And I feel like if you bring that into 2024, it's not going to be pretty, because it's like, I feel like a lot of you have inclinations, and it's like a lot of you have these like these intuitive nudges or these urges to go and do things. And it's like you talk yourself out of it, and you're not listening to spirit. You're not letting yourself be guided, but you want more. And I feel like that could also be like a struggle of like you wanting more, like you thinking that, you deserve more. And obviously you do, but you're not allowing spirit, and you're not having faith in the situation for spirit to take course in the direction that you need to go in. The final part of that is making sure that you are not, again, like talking yourself out of things, but it's like allowing yourself to ask for what you want and full-heartedly believe that you are deserving of that. Full-heartedly believing that this is something that I am able to bring into my reality and I am worth bringing that into my reality. 100%. Like, I feel like that is something, the third mentality. It's like, get it out on paper, first of all. Second of all, listen to spirit. And third of all, ask for what you want. Don't try to minimize yourself, or don't be like, oh, like, I want this, but I feel like I'm asking for too much. Like, spirit is like, no, bye. Like, you can get what you want out of reality as long as you were asking for it. If you have the desire for it, that means you were put in the position where you are able to receive it. So a lot of good energy with this Pisces here. I didn't even have my hands. I was just talking with my hands. But, a lot of good energy here with this. It's like making sure that you are in the position where you need to be. Are you setting yourself up for success for 2024? That is really what this energy is about. This is what's coming in for the Oracle card. I'm going to get some tarot for you. And let's see, like, what is going to be happening in December 2023, or like what needs to happen in December 2023. Okay, the devil. Oh my goodness. So this devil, you have Capricorn energy. You need to let go. I feel like something is blocking your energy here. I feel like a responsibility that you have, or you're holding yourself to the position where you have a responsibility to something, is holding you back. You're seeing this not in the full 360. You're seeing this in just a very black and white manner. And I feel like you have these ties to things. You may have ties to addictions. You may have ties to just different things that are allowing you to feel release, and they're making you feel like you're closer to your goal, but you're not getting any closer. It's kind of like you are driving around in a circle, and it's like, I think I'm getting closer to my goal, but I'm just going to keep driving just to see. Like, I'm just going to keep going and going and going. And I feel like you're doing this because it's like you're kind of on autopilot, or you're doing this because you feel like, again, like it's something that you need to do and you feel responsible for doing. But it's like spirit is like, hey, like there's more to this. Like, you need to get on your P's and Q's, your energy. I hope there's a black bar here. I cannot show that to you. YouTube will get me out of here as quick as I came on here. But yeah, it's just like this. I feel this connection, or like this energy of like responsibility, or this energy of feeling connected to something, but it isn't like a genuine connection. It's more or less like a bond that was there for survival, or there was a bond to get you out of a situation, or a bond to help you feel like escape, like you can escape what's going on because you're not taking the steps to actually have intention with your life. I mean, you can even see in the bottom of this card, it's like this person is holding on, basically lifting up all of this like energy. And the devil is not like demonic or anything like that. I know on this deck specifically it can look that way, but it's not that type of energy. It's just like you have these pulls and these inclinations that I feel like are urges, but they're not urges to push you in the right direction. This is not intuition. I feel like this more connects to like impulse, or this more connects to things that you, again, like feel responsible for. Like, you're putting yourself in this position because you feel like this is what needs to happen. This is what needs to take place, but it's not. And I feel like what spirit is basically saying, this is like a bold card to come out. Like the first card, you have major arcana, and then you have Capricorn energy. It's like, if you feel like you were obligated to be in a position in life and you are not happy there, you have the right to change. You not only do you have the responsibility to change, you have the right to change. And I feel like what spirit is saying, like in this December month, it's like, it's time for you to understand and see this for what this is. And this could be an experience that you're having, like this could be an epiphany. This could be like an experience. This could be somebody coming to talk to you, coming to be like, you know what? You understand the direction that you're going through in life is not going to lead you to the path that you want to go on. And this could be just a dream. This could be just spirit talking directly to you. It could be literally anything, the way this is coming out. It's like, this is going to be a wake-up call, I feel, for the collective of like, I'm not doing what I need to do. I'm feeling overburdened with obligations or responsibilities. And it isn't giving the 10 of Wands, it's the devil. It's an addiction. This is something that's unhealthy, and you are like claiming it to be something that it's actually, this is not helping you at all. And I feel like Spirit is just like, you need to understand what this is in front of you. This perspective, or this is what you're wanting to bring into the world, is not going to be allowed in if you decide to keep on these vices, or you decide to keep on with this mentality, or you decide to keep on with this energy. Like, you are not going to be able to move forward at all. So that's what I'm getting with this devil energy. I'm going to move this to the side. Let's see what's going on in December. What is happening? I'm going to try to do this on camera. Hopefully my my stand doesn't go all around the place. Okay, so we have the world in reverse. We have some Saturn energy here. Okay. So I feel like, again, it could be this mentality of not seeing the opportunity or seeing the resources that are in front of you. But I feel like Spirit has blessed you with some sort of knowledge. I feel like in December, Spirit is going to come to you with some specific knowledge, or some, again, like this epiphany. Like, this is going to be hard, I feel like, to see yourself in this position. And it could be like, again, I feel like strongly that somebody else is going to point it out with this devil card coming out. I feel like somebody is going to point out the position that you're in, even if it's indirectly. If somebody just makes you feel bad because they have the same resources, or they came from like the same, position. It could be like a family friend or something like that, and they're just showing you their success. And it's like, you kind of had this epiphany of like, I could be doing the same thing. Okay, my video just decided to stop recording, but that's okay. We're back. So this world energy, like I was saying before, I feel like somebody's going to indirectly make you have this epiphany about yourself of like, you know what, like, I could be doing better. And again, it's not out of a position of like jealousy or, animosity or anything like that. It's just like, you need to see yourself in what position that you're in. And the Saturn energy is just making me think that it was something that was bound to happen. Like, you are meant to see how much opportunity and resources that is actually out there. And it may not be something that that is tangible to you, but it's like, with this energy, it's like you need to allow yourself to understand that there is more out there for you. I'm trying to pick up this card and be slick. It's not working. But anyways, it's like, like this energy of, all of this is here for you, but you have to see it. You have to allow yourself to see it. I'll put it in the upright position so you can see this, but it's like, everything is here for you. Like, all of this Spirit is energy, like all of these opportunities. There's so many people here probably waiting on you for the other side of whatever that it is that you want to accomplish. But you have to see that for yourself. And I feel like that epiphany, that Saturn energy is going to come in for you. And it's going to be like, you know what? This is actually, we're going to stop playing games. We're going to start being sweet. We're going to stop being nice. We need to show you some tough love, and we need to show you where you are, and if you continue down this path, this is how you're going to end up. And if you decide to, step up and be better for yourself, or put yourself in a position where you are able to, have all these opportunities or accept these opportunities into your life, then we're going to show you how much you can really gain, or how much that you can really attain. You want something. Obviously, there's something that you want out there. There's a goal that you want to accomplish. There's somebody that you want to meet. There's something out there for you that you desire. You need to understand that you can have that desire, and you need to understand that it is possible. And you need to understand where you are right now. If you continue, you're not going to be able to have that opportunity in front of you. So I feel like that's really what this world is like. There's so much out there. Like, the world is just so vast. There's so much out there. And you can think of the how of like, well, okay, well, I want $1 million. How am I going to get that? You can think of the how all you want, and you can play all the different scenarios, but you have to understand that the universe is infinite, and there's an infinite amount of possibilities that can happen to get you that $1 million. But if that $1 million comes to you, do you think that you deserve it? Do you feel like this is something that I am able to attain, or this is an opportunity that I feel that I'm able to be responsible for? Like, are you able to have that? Or is it like you're just going to be so in your mind, or like have your head in the clouds and be like, okay, well, I got the $1 million, now what? Like, I don't even know. Like, are you going to have that mentality? It's a decision. It's a choice that you have. It's like Spirit is basically saying, you need to allow yourself to have this epiphany, and it's going to push you in the right direction. It's going to have this right trajectory for you. I'm going to pull one more card regarding the situation, what the Spirit wants you to hear for December 2023 to gear you up for 2024, the Chariot. So yeah, accepting the position that you're in, and I feel like it's also tradition. Ooh, you got Cancer energy. We have also, it's like I feel the traditional like way that you've been doing things is not working anymore. Again, I feel like there's just all these assets that you may not be able to see for yourself. I feel like there could be people that are asking you like the right questions, but you're not listening because I feel like your head can be so in the clouds. I feel like Spirit is going to challenge you on the way that you've been for so long. It's like, do you think that this is really allowing you to be where you want to be? Or like, do you really feel like this is what we want for you? Or like, if you're suffering or you're in this position of pain, if you feel like you're addicted to something, if you feel like you are just constantly pushing yourself away further and further and further because you feel like you have responsibilities or obligations, and you might well, have them. But it's like, if you continue pushing yourself away, do you think this is what we wanted for you? I feel like Spirit is just going to put you in the position of this is the challenge. Things are working. I feel like there is abundance. I'm going to put this up to the camera so you can see this a little closer. But it's like there is change that is happening. These wheels over on this Chariot in the regular Rider-Waite deck, it would traditionally be like a man on an actual chariot with horses on it. The wheels are turning in your mind, and I feel like things are going to start picking up for you. I feel like you're going to realize that you have support, or you feel like you have these changes that are going to happen, and you have the support to do that. Even if there's nobody physically here, you know that Spirit is going to be here for you. Like all of these, I guess henchmen is what you would call them. Like all these henchmen here are supporting the Chariot to move forward. You can't do this by yourself. And if you are not surrendering your energy to Spirit, how else are they going to help you? If you are sitting here like fighting and you're like, you know what, I know what's best. I'm going to just keep on my mentality. I'm going to keep doing everything on autopilot. It's like Spirit is like, okay, how long do you think that's going to last? How long do you think you're going to be able to keep that up? And it's just like, I feel it's a lot of surrendering energy. And I feel like it's also allowing yourself to feel these emotions. Like if you feel like this person or this epiphany has really sent you on a this feelings of like, you know what, I could be doing more, and you feel like guilty about it or you feel bad about it. It's like, it's okay to feel those emotions, but Spirit is just basically putting this all in front of you for you to see. It's like a highlight reel. It's like, we want you to see everything that's going on and everything that you could have with this world card here. It's like, there's so many opportunities out there, and this isn't to make you feel bad or like push yourself down or, again, like beat yourself up. It's just to recognize that there is more out there for you. It's going to be a big eye-opening moment for a lot of people in the collective of like, this is essentially what I need to start taking care of. This is something like the 3-step plan. Clear your mind, listen to your guides, surrender to your guides, and understand that you can have it all. Spirit is just like, there is no limits to that. And it's like, you need to realize, first of all, where you are in order for you to move on to the next page, and the wheels are going to start turning for you. So that's what I'm getting for the tarot. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you. I'm going to pull some messages from your spirit guides. We'll see what Spirit has to say to you. I'm trying my best to keep this on camera, but it's a little bit difficult. We're going to do our best, though. Okay, what messages are here for the collective for December 2023? Spirit, please. I have one card. Hopefully it doesn't fly. Okay, here we go. Ground yourself. Yes. So this card says ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with the divine source. There you go. That's confirmation. What I was saying before, the second step is making sure that you are grounding yourself and making sure that you are able to be on this energy of I am surrendering. The mantra, or the chant, actually, I guess it would be the same. But, making sure that you're grounded and allowing yourself to surrender to Spirit. A big message here is we need to allow things to get out of our bodies, get out of our minds, because it's not allowing us to move in the direction that we want to, because there's just so much going on. And it's going to be a lot of energy of release. You could be going through emotional like releases. You could be crying. You could feel like surges of anger. You could feel like different things. It's just an energy of what you need to actually release within you. And it's been held in your body for so long. It just kind of comes out of nowhere sometimes. Like sometimes we can just start crying, or sometimes we can just get upset about little things. And it isn't about what we're actually upset about in the moment. It's something, larger. It's something that we've been holding on to for a very long time. And I just feel like you're going to be able to surrender that and let that go, because in order to bring this new energy into your life, you're going to have to let go what has not been serving you and what has been keeping you on autopilot and what's just been kind of having this fog over your mind for so long. So yeah, that's what's coming out with that. I'm going to pull some affirmation cards, and it's going to be our last card. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This is my first time, or not really my first time, but this is my new try at recording videos. So let's see. What affirmations do you have, Spirit? Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. So definitely a month of release of things that were not serving you, keeping you mentally ungrounded, keeping you stuck and feeling unstable, and just all kind of different things that made you feel like you were up in the air, and allowing yourself to surrender to spirit and allowing yourself to bring in what you want. Not getting so, torn about what you could have been doing in 2023. If you did not like it, there is always opportunity for change. You can't go back and erase the past. I know a lot of us wish we had a big eraser to just, go back and erase everything that we were doing in the previous year, but that's just not how things work. And it's just like, we have to make our decisions now. We have to start making choices now, so that in the future we won't look back and have these same feelings of having these continuous epiphanies, or like having these same feelings of like, I don't think that I'm doing enough, or I want this and I need this in my life, but I'm fearful of doing it, or I'm asking for external validation instead of listening to my own intuition. Allow yourself to feel this peace within yourself, and allow yourself to release this cyclical energy that you have, or this energy that's keeping you stuck in this past and stuck in this unhappiness that you have. Allow yourself to move forward and want better for yourself, because you deserve that. Wholeheartedly, you deserve that. So yeah, that's essentially what I'm getting for your reading. If you enjoyed this, I hope that you did. Let me know in the comments. You can put a little emoji. I'll put one up here if you made it this far in the reading. This is my first time trying this, so I'm very still new to this whole like collective reading and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to get this message out here, because I feel like it's extremely important for those of us in the collective. If this message found you, I'm sure that it's meant for you. Even if you're not seeing this in December, whenever this message finds you, it's meant to, find you in that, in that time and position in your life. The algorithm is working with me if you have found this video. But I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like to book a private reading with me, it's down in the description. I am more than happy to read with you. My readings are typically like this on a personal level, but you get more information and details because it is just for you. So with that being said, I wish the best for the collective. Definitely just allowing yourself to surrender and allowing yourself to want more, because you deserve more. And get this out on paper. Don't hold this into your body, because it's going to cause stress. Yeah, that's all that I have. Thank you for joining me during this reading. I am wishing you the best, and yeah, bye-bye.